Good evening, everybody. On behalf of IFTDA, Indian Film Directors, Television Directors Association, we welcome you all to this one of the finest masterclasses of IFTDA. So, before we start the masterclass, I would like to invite the moderator of masterclass today. For a change, we have invited and requested one of the leading authors and film critique to moderate this masterclass today. We request our moderator today, Bharti Pradhan, to come on the stage. आज के मास्टर क्लास में हमने इनवाइट किया हमारे देश के एक बहुत ही काबिल डायरेक्टर मधुर भंडारकर को, और उन्होंने एक रिक्वेस्ट पे हमारी इस रिक्वेस्ट को माना। हम बहुत शुक्रगुजार हैं। मैं इनवाइट करूंगा मधुर भंडारकर को। ये डायरेक्टर कम एक्टर ज़्यादा लगते हैं, लेकिन शुरुआत डायरेक्शन से हुई है तो उसका कुछ कर नहीं सकते। मैं इनवाइट करूंगा हमारे सीनियर वाइस प्रेसिडेंट ठाकुर तपस्वी जी को कि वो स्टेज पे आए। हमारे जनरल सेक्रेटरी अश्विनी चौधरी वो मंच पे आए। अश्विनी चौधरी हमारे जनरल सेक्रेटरी हैं इफ्तिदा के। मैं रिक्वेस्ट करूंगा ठाकुर तपस्वी साहब से कि वो एक फूलों का गुलदस्ता और एक छोटा मोमेंटम है इफ्तिदा की तरफ से, वो भारती प्रधान को प्रेजेंट करें। स्मॉल मोमेंटम। मैं रिक्वेस्ट करूंगा हमारे जनरल सेक्रेटरी अश्विनी चौधरी जी को कि वो हमारे आज के मास्टर मधुर भंडारकर जी को फूलों का गुलदस्ता और एक कमाल की ट्रॉफी इफ्तिदा की तरफ से मधुर जी को भेंट करें। मैं रिक्वेस्ट करूंगा हमारे जितने भी ईसी मेंबर्स हैं यहाँ पर ऑडिटोरियम में, वो प्लीज मंच पे आए, बिकॉज ये टीम जो है इफ्तिदा की, ये दिन रात ऐसे प्रोग्राम्स में, ऐसे इवेंट्स में करते हैं। तो हमारे ऑर्गेनाइजेशन के पिलर्स हैं, वर्कर्स हैं, और अपना वक्त अपने काम के अलावा इस ऑर्गेनाइजेशन को देते हैं। ये बहुत बड़ी बात है। प्लीज़ गिव अ स्टैंडिंग। हमारी आधी टीम शूटिंग में बिजी है इसलिए वो आई नहीं, बट वी हैव फैंटास्टिक टीम। ब्रिलियंट अप्लॉज फॉर द एंटायर टीम ऑफ IFTDA।
Madhur, 4 times National Award winner and now Padma Shri as well, the youngest filmmaker. And on top of that, your brand Bhandarkar. You know, I know a lot of people. If you want me to take names, I will. Say the director of Dhoom, lots of hit films. Ask the Janta if they know the name of the director. Most people don't. You with one film called Chandni Bar. How did you become a household name? How did you become a brand with just one successful film? And you have nothing behind you.
Yeah, I had a flop.
No surname, no nothing.
I had a flop behind me.
Yeah, you had a flop behind you. Yeah.
See, it all happened, Bharti, when I wanted to make a film. I wanted to be a filmmaker. So there was a problem, like, you don't have support of a big star, not a big studio, big producer, or nobody connected with the film industry. So it was a problem. My first movie, a lot of people, I would say they don't know, it's like one before Chandni Bar it came, it was a movie called Three Shakti, which has Arshad Varsi, Milind Gunaji, Sharad Kapoor. And I made that film like, you know, I was looking for a break that time. And everybody, in 97, 98, and that time everybody was telling यार जो तुम्हारा thought है, subject है, ये बहुत श्याम बेनेगल, बहुत गोविंद निलानी type है, कुछ मसाला film सोचो आप. And I was looking for a break, like beggars can't be choosers जैसी बात है. And that point, I got a break. I said चलो एक कम से कम at least I'll make a one film मसाला film. And they said पहली पिक्चर में एक्सपेरिमेंट नहीं करना और ज्यादा छाना नहीं बनना, कि पिक्चर भैया मसाले वाली होनी चाहिए जिसमें सब होना चाहिए और उसमें पूरा ये होना चाहिए. एक्सपेरिमेंट मत बना, पहली पिक्चर एक्सपेरिमेंट करेगा फ्लॉप होगी पता भी नहीं चलेगा किधर गया. तो मेक इट अ कमर्शियल फिल्म कंप्लीटली. तो आई वाज लुकिंग फॉर अ ब्रेक एट दैट गिवन टाइम. आई सेड चलो कम से कम ब्रेक तो मिल रहा है इंडस्ट्री में, बहुत बड़ी बात है. आई वाज असिस्टिंग मिस्टर राम गोपाल वर्मा फॉर कपल ऑफ इयर्स. पोस्ट रंगीला आई वाज एसोसिएट डायरेक्टर. And then I got Trishakti, and then producers wanted कि भाई पूरी मसाला फिल्म चाहिए जिसके अंदर एक्शन भी चाहिए, कॉमेडी भी चाहिए, कुत्ता भी चाहिए, हेलीकॉप्टर भी चाहिए, लड़की भी चाहिए, बिकनी में अल्ताफ राजू की कव्वाली भी चाहिए. So I put everything in that film, and it took long. By the time the movie was supposed to get released, the box office status of my actors were in very bad shape. I was nobody, and that film, I know by the time it came, it bombed very badly. I always say 12 बजे लग गई, 3 बजे उतर गई पिक्चर. So nobody knew what happened, और पिक्चर I know कि फ्लॉप हो गई. तो I was in that thing कि चलो कम से कम कुछ नहीं तो सीरियल तो मिल ही जाएगा मेरे को भी डायरेक्ट करने के लिए. कम से कम एक बड़ी एक पिक्चर में कम से कम नाम है मेरा. But nobody, the best part about that movie was nobody reviewed also that film, hardly, barely, because it just came and went. तो पता भी नहीं चला. लेकिन एक चीज है, पीपल हु आई टू नो पर्सनली, दे हैड दैट इमेज अबाउट मी क्योंकि राम गोपाल वर्मा का एसोसिएट है एंड ही इज बीन एसोसिएटेड विद रंगीला एंड ऑल. सो नाउ दिस हैड इसने तो बहुत खराब पिक्चर बनाई है, तो फ्लॉप हो गई पिक्चर की. बट इनसाइड समवेयर आई वाज थिंकिंग यार दिस इज नॉट द फिल्म आई वांटेड टू मेक. व्हिच फिल्म आई वांटेड टू मेक वाज कंप्लीटली, आई मेड इट इन अ कि चलो करना है बोल के आई वाज गेटिंग अ ब्रेक एट इट.
It was a compromise.
It was completely. So at that point then I said I wanted to prove कि चलो मैं ऐसा नहीं हूँ इस तरह का फिल्म में. But nobody would entertain me completely. I used to travel in this bus. I remember Mukhar used to come to Warsaw, 80 number bus. I used to travel over here. So a lot of hunchmen who acted in Trishakti, they used to be there. They used to look at me. You know, I was feeling very awkward those days. So बड़ा अजीब होता था वो दिन जब दो बस चेंज करके वर्सोवा आओ. देन यूज्ड टू गो पार्टीज में जाओ. पार्टी में को बुलाता नहीं था, लेकिन किसी ने कोई छोटा मोटा सेक्रेटरी को पकड़ के उसके पीछे जाता था. बिकॉज इंडस्ट्री में एक जैसे हमेशा कहते हैं जब दिखता है वो बिकता है.
You need to be seen.
You have to be seen. मैंने नहीं सीन है यार, वो तो फ्लॉप हो गया, पता नहीं किधर चला गया, वो तो पता नहीं, खत्म हो गई कहानी, खत्म है. So those were the days I was looking to what I want to make, and that's how Chandni Bar happened. And that time the thought came to me कि मुझे इस पे फिल्म बनानी. तो lot of people opposed, they said नहीं यार अभी तो तूने फ्लॉप बनाई है, अभी तो ये बनाएगा, who will back you up? That the process took time. चांदनी बार से पहले I attended some 60 bars to get the whole nuance.
So you were lucky R.R. Patil was not around at that time.
That time he was not a home minister. And yeah, I went to a bar. That also a friend of mine took me to a bar. He said कि चल यार बियर पीते हैं. He took me to bar. I was shocked. ऐसे नहीं कहाँ लेके आ गया मेरे को यार. तो because इतना जोर से म्यूजिक चल रहा था, jarring voices, गाना मुंगड़ा मेरे को याद है वो चल रहा था गाना. था I was very shocked. बोला ये क्या चल रहा है यार. And I was very scared in sitting in the bar कि ऐसा कोई मेरे को पहचानेगा तो क्या बोलेगा यार पिक्चर फ्लॉप हो गई तो बेवड़ा हो गया. ये नाम के पीछे, हाँ, कि लड़कियों के पीछे बैठा और ये दारू पी रहा बैठ के वहाँ पे. तो मैं बोला चलते यार ऐसे. बट I came out to the bar. I have barely sat for 20-25 minutes. But somewhere it really haunted me कि यार ये बार का first time I looked that whole groovy, the whole jarring music, the chiffon sarees, the chudidars and the घाघरा चोली, the dancing. So somewhere I got fascinated. I said इसमें फिल्म बनानी चाहिए. And that's how the journey became Chandni Bar. And then obviously the rigmarole started, the whole struggle started to find a producer. हिंदुस्तान में जैसे बोलते हैं ब्रेक के लिए भगवान मिल जाएगा, प्रोड्यूसर नहीं मिलता है. तो बड़ा मुश्किल होता है टू फाइंड अ प्रोड्यूसर फॉर अ फिल्म. एंड आई अप्रोच्ड आर मोहन. एंड आर मोहन को मैंने बोला सर ये मेरे को एक फिल्म बनानी है ऐसे. ही लाइक द आइडिया, थॉट एंड मेथड. तो ही आस्क्ड मी whom you want to cast. तो आई सेड I preferably would cast Tabu.
Oh, you took
Tabu's name.
Okay.
Because somewhere when I was writing a film, see, it's happened sometimes you write a film, you keep a protagonist in your mind. So Tabu, I felt it, the Muslim girl who comes from UP to Mumbai and her journey, and she becomes the mother of 2 kids. So somewhere I took for granted, I said Tabu would be nice. And since Armon had worked with her in Kala Pani with Priyadarshan ji, so he used to know. तो ऐसा आप देख लो एंड फिल्म इंडस्ट्री दैट टाइम वाज गोइंग टू अ लॉट ऑफ क्रंच एंड लॉट ऑफ प्रॉब्लम यू नो मनी वाइज इट वाज कंप्लीटली दिस तो ऐसा तब्बू से बात करो तो बोल तब्बू वोंट कम इन दैट बजट बिकॉज द बजट एंड ही सर हमको तो बहुत छोटे बजट में बनानी है फिल्म सो ऐसा प्लीज अगर अप्रोच करो तो देख लो फिर तब्बू को अप्रोच किया फिर तब्बू ने बोला कौन है फिल्म मेकर कौन है तो उसने बोला मैं आई वाज नॉट इन द सीन बिकॉज आई शुड नॉट नो तब्बू तो ही स्पोक ही सेड के he didn't say I was a flop filmmaker of Stree Shakti. He said एक राम गोपाल वर्मा का असिस्टेंट है उसके पास एक अच्छा सब्जेक्ट है बार पे वो आपको सुनाना चाहता आप सुन लो एक बार तो जैसे एक्टर्स होते बिजी होते 2-3 महीना चला गया उसी में आज साउथ में आज इधर कल उधर ऐसा कर करके आफ्टर 3 months आई रिमेम्बर गोइंग टू ग्रीन एक्रेस where Tabu stays.
So this is your first glimpse of Tabu?
First glimpse of Tabu. Tabu I had seen in shooting somewhere here and there. But this was first meeting. तो मैं आरमोन साहब गाड़ी में जा रहे थे तो गाड़ी में मैंने बड़े से पूछा आरमोन साहब को ऐसे कि सर आपने उनको बोला ना कि मैं एक फिल्म बना चुका हूँ तो he told me a very good thing. He said, Madhur, if I tell her कि you are flop filmmaker of Stree Shakti, she won't call her house in the house. वो बुलाएगी भी नहीं अपने को वो तो बोलेगी अच्छा अच्छा देखते मिलते तो बोलता जस्ट तू मेरे साथ चल तू स्क्रिप्ट नरेट कर उसको और तो मैं बोला यार तो आई एम वेरी ऑनेस्ट मैं बोल दूंगा यार तो बोला नहीं कुछ नहीं बोलेगा तो उसमें बैठेगा स्क्रिप्ट नरेट करेगा उसके बाद उसको अच्छा लगा बुरा लगा तो क्या है तो ऐसा चलो ठीक है अगर आप बोलते हो तो लेट मी मैनेज ही सेड एंड वी वेंट टू तबू's हाउस एंड आई वाज सिटिंग एंड तबू लाइक बेसिकली शी इज वेरी डाउन टू अर्थ पर्सन शी सैट ऑन द फ्लोर low sitting था and Armon was sitting here holding a ashtray and a cigarette in his hand and Tabu said हाँ बोलो क्या है this that and all and the whole thing started then she was really reluctant that time she said यार सब मेरे पास ऐसी फिल्में बनाने आते हैं छोटे बजट की फिल्में ये कर लो that time she was doing अस्तित्व तो she said कोई कमर्शियल फिल्म तो लाता ही नहीं मेरे पास बड़े फिल्म के लिए बड़ा स्टार के साथ तो दूसरी एक्ट्रेस चाहिए मेरे को ऐसी दुखी रोल के लिए सब बुलाया जाता है तो मैं कुछ नहीं बेटा शी इज टॉकिंग टू आरमोन एंड आई वाज एब्सोल्युटली नो इन द सीन समवेयर आई वाज जस्ट सिटिंग देन शी सेड के देन आरमोन सेड नहीं बट मधुर गॉट अ गुड स्क्रिप्ट यू शुड लिसन टू इट वंस अच्छा है इसके पास तो बोला अच्छा अच्छा चलो सुना दो क्या है तुम्हारे पास देन बिफोर दिस शी आस्क्ड मी इज इट योर डेब्यू फिल्म तो मैं थोड़ा डर गया आरमोन लाइक वाज नॉट कनेक्टिंग एंड आई सेड नो इट्स नॉट माय डेब्यू फिल्म तो शी सेड अच्छा आई थॉट इट्स डेब्यू फिल्म व्हाट फिल्म यू हैड मेड अर्लियर तो मेरे से रहा नहीं गया मैंने बोला यार मैंने एक फ्लॉप बनाई जिसका नाम था स्त्री शक्ति और बहुत बुरी तरह से फ्लॉप हो गई तो उसने बोला वेट व्हाट वाज स्त्री शक्ति दैट हु वाज देयर आई सेड मिलिंद गुनाजी अरशद वारसी शरद कपूर तो उसने बोला ओह दैट फिल्म यू मेड आई स्वेयर इट इज दैट फिल्म यू मेड मैं लगा बेटा पैकअप है I was thinking this over. It's over. Goosebumps I got now. I said game over. So she was like completely, अच्छा, okay. Then she was digressed from me and again she started speaking to Armon. Okay. And then she's telling के अच्छा मोहन साहब अभी क्या है लेकिन ऐसी पिक्चर आती है again. So I thought कि somewhere after knowing my credibility and credential of a flop film, she doesn't want to listen to the script. So then Armon again said के बट यू शुड लिसन टू इट तो घर में आए थे तो मना नहीं कर सकते ना तो बोला कि चलो देन आई विल लिसन हियर लेट मी नो एंड दैट पर्टिकुलर टाइम आई जस्ट फेल्ट इट कि इफ टुडे यू डोंट गिव अ गुड नरेशन मटेरियल एंड यू डोंट with conviction your game is over because somewhere I knew that this film doesn't work my backup completely I won't be somewhere and I started narrating her. So she was like sitting relaxed mood में. Then slowly started narrating her interest level somewhere generated a lot of enthusiasm on her face, and she was like listening. Okay. And somewhere I was into the whole script. I wasn't looking at her. I was so scared, so petrified looking at Tabu because she already said, "Oh, that movie you made." So that was my end for it. Then I looked at her and she said, "Okay." Till interval, she stopped. She said, "रुक जाओ." And she just took a So I said, and our Mohan was not looking at me. He was looking somewhere in his cigarette and his ashtray. And I thought, the movie is gone now. So at interval point, she said, Mr. Mohan, I am doing this film. And our Mohan just turned like that, fully. And he looked at me, he said, yes, I told you, this guy got a brilliant script, brilliant idea he got. And you should listen, that's why. But, and Tabu somewhere related half the first stuff I'm talking about. I have not narrated the second half. So somewhere she related to it, she said, when you're narrating Madhur, I could see myself in that character. Mumtaz character so vividly and so precisely the way you have crafted. And I said, yeah. So, and she listened to the second half and she was completely moved on. Completely. She said, my God, what a script it is. Let's do this film. And somewhere I had this thing, oh, wow, chalo, ye film banegi abhi, like, you know. And it took time because we didn't have a budget. We didn't have the budget what she was wanted to. But, and I was somewhere, the price was not getting right from the producer's point of view, from the Tabu's point of view. So I was literally, I didn't know when Arman said, yaar, wo paisa kuch zyada mang rahi hai. Tabu said ke somewhere, I was very, I remember I got a bus for, after 10-15 days, I got a bus from Jew, I went to Bandra, from Bandra I got a bus another, I went to Mehboob studio. Tabu was shooting for a film with Manoj Vajpayee. So she was there and I said I want to meet. So I went over there, so she said, but the budget is very small. There is no budget in the film, Madhur. Yeah, it's a good script, I want to do, but there is no budget in the film. मैं कैसे करूँगी इतने पैसे budget में, this and that. And I was like, मुझे पता नहीं है ये picture नहीं बनेगी. She said, मैं तो करना चाहती लेकिन budget इतना कम है कोई करेगा. So I said, ठीक है तबू, let me see what I can do. I'll speak to Mr. Mohan also. But trust me, Bharti, I would say to everybody, that particular time, Tabu just looked at me and she just told me, listen Madhur, I do the film. This movie will be made. We'll see who's the producer, but don't worry, don't get disappointed. Okay. I'll stand by you. So that really, I wasn't moisturized completely. There was someone who, like at that particular time, who stand by you. She said, Madhur, I'll do this film. You don't get this, okay?
Maybe disheartened.
Yeah, disheartened, and she said, give me a hug. I said, go, tension mat le.
Give me a hug.
Yeah, but it's normal hota na, like.
Beginning of the day.
Yeah. No, but like, I was completely shattered. At that time, she's like, you know. So it was like that, you know, completely, and I was very relieved that time. I remember that walking from Mehboob studio to the road to catching a bus, that walk was little confidence वाला था कि चलो यार कुछ होने वाला है. And ultimately, definitely, Tabu did the film. We got to a certain price where it was everything okay, and she did the film.
So you would think luck plays a big role in
no, see, in film industry, luck ke साथ साथ you need hard work also. If not necessary ke luck ही play करेगा, you have to be, I would say, at the right time, right place also. That is also one necessary. And let's say people, sometimes you see people in the film industry struggle for years and they don't get what exactly their achievement it is. I'm very lucky that particular time, the 2002, where you had Dil Chahta Hai, you had Gadar, you have Kabhi Khushi Gum. I was nominated among all these biggies. Like I used to always say कि जो इनके costume का budget उसके अंदर मेरी film बनी. So it was that way कि it really got me that one film completely changed the whole thing about it. Yeah. That was really completely. I was completely. Nobody knew me. I said one film. It is like that. One Friday comes and changes the whole equation of your career.
So, tell me, you are somebody who did not go to a film institute. There was no Whistling Woods, there was no FTIA, nothing in your life. I believe you started your life as by supplying video cassettes to Mithun Chakravarti and other people. So, was that your institution? Did you learn Hindi cinema through watching films?
See, I came from a very middle class family, and there was so much crisis in my house at those days. there was no option, and I was a very bad student in school also. I used to always backstage, back at the bench also. I used to see some movie and I used to narrate them. कि आज ऐसा म्यूजिक के साथ ऐसा स्कूल में भी ऐसा तो ऑलवेज मेरे साथ जितने बच्चे थे वो सबको बोलते थे मिस्टर भंडारकर प्लीज टेक दोस गाइज आउट आप बाहर खड़े हो जाओ उनको नरेशन ही देते रहो तो वो सिम्टम्स था नहीं थे कि मैं ऐसा नरेशन देता था ऐसे हो गया वैसे हो गया. So after 6th standard, which I failed again, so I didn't know what to do in life, and I was here with that time. House also we were in crisis. Like my father lost a lot of money in his business, and that time I said I'll do something, and I started with video cassette. So there were 4 to 5 video cassettes I had, which I started with. So those movies I used to take and deliver यहाँ से वहाँ. And then it started like, it expanded like from Khar I used to come all the way to the same area back, piche. Ranjita ji used to stay here. Dev Saab ke Mahli ke baaju mein. So this, and the whole area over here, Ashoka apartment, Vasant and everything. So those areas, so I became a video cassette library boy, I became giving video cassettes and all. So those were the days when I used to watch a lot of movies also. Like a lot of people used to watch movies and they used to say, like picture देखा भूल जाते थे. I used to watch the titles. I used to watch कि ये scene इसने कैसा लिया रहेगा.
You're supposed to be an encyclopedia on Hindi cinema.
Yeah, quite 70s,
Because
80s, 90s.
I think you just know everything there is to know about every film.
Yeah, completely.
You know it.
Completely.
And was that your learning ground?
Yeah, that was my learning ground. And second, I left studies, but I never left books. I was an avid reader of books. I used to read a lot of books. Things.
Even now, you're a very good reader.
Yeah. Interaction, body language, how people talk. Like I will, like if I don't have a car, I take auto and come to Warsaw. It's okay for me. Like I won't sit for a car to come. Like then I speak to the auto wala kya chal raha hai wo. So those things I have. I have a journalist streak in me.
Okay.
It's always there with me. I have not been a filmmaker. I would definitely be a film journalist possibly.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. But I think you're better off.
So those were the days, like you struggle and you get all these things about films, about knowledge of life, what's happening. So I've seen a lot of drastic poverty in my life. I've seen that completely. Like there were times when I used to sit at home. We had a ground floor house, so my father used to walk, and with his body language, I could make out that today we are going to get food or no. That was the situation. That body language, I know he would walk and I would see from the window, I would say, "Aaj khana nahi milega, ya aaj khana milega." So I've seen those days.
But that also means you were very observant.
Very observant. Till today also, it's like I'm very observant. People talk, I always look. I somewhere try to find character. I somewhere find nuance about this way. So that's the reason whenever you see my movies so real, they say, "Hey, तुम्हारे characters इतने real कैसे होते?" I said because somewhere I get them on the screen. Because
you have already seen.
Already seen, and I observe those people very minutely observe.
Okay. Since you have watched so many films and that influenced you a lot, who are the masters that you were very, very keen to watch and who influenced you?
Vijay Anand.
And which films of theirs?
Vijay Anand, all films. Like it's a Guide, Johnny Mera Naam, Jewel Thief, Blackmail, all his films. And
but they're very different from the kind of films.
Yeah. But somewhere influence you tend to say somewhere you look upon that a person as a filmmaker. I mean, the Guru that. I mean, it's a Pyasa, Chaudhary Ka Chand, or Mr. 55 or R-Par. So somewhere you feel that these are the masters who, like Raj Khosla sir, I think, and Manoj Kumar to a certain level. I mean, it's the way he used to picturize his songs. Mirror images, like in Chandni Bar, you see a lot of mirror images I put in the makeup room. That came from Roti Ka Bada Makan. Manoj Kumar, that or nahi, gam ke pyale or nahi. Manoj Kumar used to use a lot of mirror shots in all his movies mostly. So somewhere it gets influenced. I told Manoj ji once, I said, "Log film ko plot churate, maine to aapka shot bhi churaya." So I think somewhere you get influenced with those kind of cinema. Manmohan Desai was the biggest influencer for me, and completely very diverse here. But somewhere if you see all my films from Chandni Bar to Calendar Girl, every character protagonist is from middle class, because I represent that middle class somewhere. I would say Priyanka in fashion, or Tabu in Chandni Bar, or Satta Ravina, or heroine mein Kareena Kapoor. You see that they come from middle class.
Right.
They're never rich, neo-rich or something. So I love to portray that. Manmohan Desai had that common man person, how he used to do. His films, I don't know, almost like encyclopedia of Manmohan Desai's film.
Okay.
From Chhalia to Ganga Jamna Saraswati. Like all his film, I don't know how many times you must have seen. So somewhere that influence is always there.
So did you, you're known as a filmmaker who makes women-oriented films. That's the brand, that's the standpoint. Is this a conscious decision after Trishakti that you will make women-oriented films?
No, it was not a conscious decision. Sometimes you see, they say that failure always sometimes is a success to another level, they say. Sometimes failure. Sometimes in hindsight I see if Trishakti would be hit, I wouldn't be sitting here, I think so. Because I would be making those kind of cinema and same the producer would back me, नहीं आप तो ऐसी मसाला फिल्म बनाओ यार, आप इस तरह की फिल्में बनाओ. So somewhere to prove myself and to somewhere I wanted to be that kind of filmmaker. Like I was influenced by Shyam Benegal also, like Ankur and Manthan and all those films. So I was very influenced by those things. So Chandni Bar happened because I felt that that subject need to be told to the audience. And from then it became it got a trail, like then I met Satta, then I met pastry, then I met corporate. So it all started. I just felt that, see, I'm a very restless person. I need to have subjects, ideas, and I want to execute it very fast. I don't have time, patience to sit. फिर भी सोचे किसको लेंगे, क्या करेंगे, चलो ये है, चलो बनाते picture. Irrelevant. Some picture may work, some picture may not work. But I think the enthusiasm of making a film is that only at that particular time.
So it's not as if you take a heroine and say, now I want to work with this heroine and then I start.
No, nothing like that.
It's always the subject first.
It is a subject first. Subject is the hero. Subject has to have that thing. Then I would say, चलो इसको ये heroine को approach करते हैं, ये heroine को approach करते हैं. But the subject has.
But you end up always choosing subjects which need a heroine as the protagonist.
No, depends on. Yeah, that is there. That is definitely
Most
there.
of it.
Yeah. Because I tell you why. Because in our country and our society, there are so many subjects, and it is from the heroine point of view you have to tell. I think it's very necessary, very essential, very vital to have those kind of narrative. And I am very happy. Whatever people say, that Madhur is a woman-centered filmmaker or whatever, it's okay for me. Until I feel those kind of subjects and thinking, and why not a model as a male? Why not a corporate man as a corporate man?
Yes.
Why not a journalist in the pastry? Why not a hero? Why heroine?
Yes.
So, but somewhere my comfort level lies, and I feel these are the subjects, these are the things I want to explore, and I do it. And
So it's just a coincidence?
Yeah, it's completely.
Completely. So your forthcoming films are not necessarily going to be revolving around a woman?
Depends. I'm working on the scripts, and if I feel I need an actress for it, then definitely.
Madhur, you have worked with a variety of heroines. As a filmmaker and somebody who's very observant, let's look at the girls you've worked with. Can you tell us that one quality as a filmmaker that you saw in each of these girls, and which you kind of used to the maximum in your films as a maker? For instance, Tabu. What is it about Tabu that you want to cast her in?
Tabu is like, I always say, Tabu is so much talented. Like, obviously, she is like a dream to work with for any filmmaker, I mean to say. And always, Tabu एक ऐसी actress है, माने वो कैमरा यहाँ से pan होगा तो उसमें भी acting कर लेगी. माने she is that kind of talent she has. And obviously, when you work with the best, obviously, Tabu के साथ एक bonding, and the best part about, I'm a filmmaker, I keep changing on the set. I keep changing the dialogues, this and that.
Yours is not
complete. No, very impromptu, and sometimes the script is same. I won't change. Suddenly, Marvel won't be a gangster, obviously. But at the same time, dialogues wise change करेगा. Tabu के बारे में ये था कि when I worked with her the first day, because obviously she was new to my scenario, and she didn't know what kind of filmmaker I am. So I had given her the bonded script. So she came with that. She used to ask for the scene करे, मैं 2 number scene करे. So she used to come. My assistant should go 2 number scene. So she used to ratify the whole dialogue and used to come. And I used to, before she come, I have to change the whole dialogue. And I used to give this new sheet. तो बोलती है इसमें तो ये लिखा है, मैं तो ये पढ़ी, मैंने नहीं इसको change किया मैंने. So she read it. Second day same happened, again I changed it again. So she said, अरे इसमें तो change किया तूने? मैंने हाँ थोड़ा सा लगा तो थोड़ा सा. Third day she didn't get a script on the set. I said script का है, जो लेके घूमती है तू. So she said, Madhur, one thing is that I know you're a very impromptu filmmaker. I'll follow your vision as a filmmaker. I think that is the biggest compliment for a filmmaker. He said, I know you're going to change the whole film now. मैंने स्क्रिप्ट कोई बनाया लेकिन तू यहाँ चेंज करेगा तो it's better I surrender to your vision.
Instead of coming with
complete the bad. So and we in Charlie Bar we didn't have a monitor also. We didn't have budget to give a monitor. I'm telling you that a monitor was in there. Monitor नहीं करते रहा and I used to put a camera. I used to stand and I used to look at expression. And she used to look at me and say, क्या हुआ? Every film and obviously my word झंडू and जलवा के.
उसी वक्त आया.
हाँ उसी वक्त था कि क्या जलवा झंडू ना चलवा. So somewhere that whole thing you know. So every actress has different kind of way of working completely. So I wouldn't say I work with all the talented actors. Priyanka Chopra.
So what did you see in Ravina that you cast her in?
Ravina, because I felt that she had always that mast शहर की लड़की kind of an image, and I felt that the satta that you know in the world of murky politics, where you have to give it back, you need a woman who is very strong, very fire. She had. I felt that I'm being a great fan of Ravina Tandon. I felt that she would do the role, and she acted very well. I was thinking today say Satta was the best film. So the way I wanted the character to be present, the way she talks, the way she says the line, completely, because she was not a timid and shy person like in Chandni Bar. Tabu was more submissive. She was more fragile. This Ravina was very rich in a different character. So I felt like she did it very well.
So you like variety because you keep changing your heroines.
Completely. I feel and the character also changes. I mean, in page 3 you had a completely different journalist point of view. In corporate you had a Vipasha. Completely. Vipasha best works.
What did you see in Vipasha?
You know when
what is that quality?
Quality. I felt it Vipasha when I casted, a lot of people told me were apprehensive about her, you casting her because she's very glamorous, acting ko lekar. Everybody has a question about it. I said no, somewhere I'll try to manage. She and I gave her that look. I gave her the style, the way she used to speak. I gave her less lines, more of expression I played on her face and all. And she did brilliantly well. I mean, the corporate is one film I feel like one of my favorite film. I think Vipasha acted completely different in a lot of. Until today also she says it's my best film. मेरे को भी आगे किसको DVD देनी है तो मैं corporate DVD देती हूँ. So I think it's completely at that budget we made it. Did it very good as a multiplex hit and did it very well at that particular time. And the way Vipasha got applause from everybody. I remember Yash ji called me, Yash Chopra ji called me and he saw the movie and I think telling of some theatre he saw, he called me and said, Madhur yaar बहुत अच्छी film बनाई तूने. It was so great for me and he called me Vipasha also. And he said, इतना अच्छा मेरे को लगा ये picture completely अलग world में लेके गया तू. And for Vipasha performance was completely different. So I feel like every and when I casted Priyanka for fashion. So a lot of people told me, "Hey, corporate is done good. So why don't you cast her also as a model? Because we must have been a model."
Exactly.
But somewhere I felt it that Priyanka, trust me, before that I have hardly had seen her movie. I think I seen Dawn, one movie of Priyanka. I don't remember other movie which I seen. So I felt it. No, this is.
So you cast her in fashion after seeing Dawn? I mean,
I said a lot of pictures. I have not seen much work of her. I have not seen much of work, but Dawn was the only film I have seen of Priyanka. I didn't know. But somewhere I felt that she would do the role and she would play that Meghna Mathur. I was obsessed with the character Meghna Mathur, how she would be, and absolutely she did it very well.
And Kangana as well?
Kangana also. Kangana was reluctant because I'll tell you one thing. When I casted Priyanka and Mugdha Godse also, newcomer, so I called her Kangana. I said, मेरे को narrate करना है मेरे को ये picture. तो she said कि sir अभी क्या आपने तो हीरोइन रोल ले ली, मेरा क्या रोल है उसमें? तो मेरे को नहीं सुनना, she said. And अभी तो मैं आपको आपके साथ सोलो करना है. तो I said like Kangana, you listen to the subject and एक बार तू सुन के मना कर लेना. तो शी वॉज रिलेक्टेड, ऐसे चल कॉफी पीने मिलता है, कोई ताल लेने में, तू मना कर देना पिक्चर, तू ये सोच कि तुमको मना करने आएगी.
अच्छा, हाँ.
You come in that mindset कि you say you don't want to do the film, I'll be happy and I'm mentally prepared. You don't want to do the film, we are having coffee. So she said okay, चलो अब मिलते ताज लंदन. I went to Taj London, she sat with me. So I narrated this character, Sonali, and when सुनाते गया, so she at that particular time she had taken a pause from the film industry and she didn't want to do films like, you know, she wanted to start with a new chart. So she said मेरे को
She had done too many of these dark edgy characters.
Yeah, dark edgy. She been Bola mein, she been Gangster and 2-3 films she had done. But she said मैंने अभी कोई picture sign नहीं की. She had a date also. She said I want to start. So she before narration he said सर मैं सुन लेती लेकिन आप मेरे से कुछ अलग शुरू कर दो. तो ऐसा हाँ तो मैंने सुन तो ले. But I narrated her the whole idea, the concept and the whole story, the line I gave her, and she understood the whole nuance of it. And she said, Madhur, I want to do this film. I said, तो मना कर रही थी मेरे को. बोलती नहीं, I want to do the film. I said that's the reason you should always see the strength of the role or the length of the role. And I said, तू कर ले picture. I said, तू trust me, तेरे लिए बहुत. And she was willing. She said नहीं, I want to. She called immediately the secretary of her. And she said, Madhur जी की भी डेट देख लो and I'm doing this film. मेरे को ये फिल्म करनी है. So that's how Kangna came into film.
Tell me, you said that it is the subject, according to the subject that you cast your heroine. So when there is a change in the heroine, for instance, Aishwarya was to do heroine and then Kareena came into it. Do you change your drastically?
Nothing,
you have to change the character to suit because after they are two different personalities.
Completely no. Because see, the popularity of both the actresses are completely strong. And heroine Kareena Kapoor is playing a superstar. Equivalent, both are same. So there was no change at all. Completely the character was as it is, nothing has been changed.
एक शिकायत है that they say that all the national awards that your heroines get, only Tabu, only Priyanka, only Kangana, only the heroines get it. None of your heroes get it.
He got Atul Kulkarni got for Chandni Bar with the supporting role.
Achha, supporting role.
Ananya Khare, she was actress with Deepa in Chandni Bar. She got.
But that is again an actress.
Yeah, but ठीक है क्या करना है.
Okay, so I think you have to correct that.
Yeah.
You have to get a national award for one of your heroes now.
Yeah. Better. और होना चाहिए. It's time to get a national for the heroes also.
I think you should. But ये setting क्या है आपकी कि national award आपको मिलता है?
ऐसा अगर ऐसा होता तो कंगना को मिला, प्रियंका को मिला तो मैं मेरे लिए लेता ना खुद के लिए. मेरे को नहीं मिला. Fashion के टाइम पे they didn't give me the national award. तो बाकी
It has to seem authentic, ना?
नहीं. Public picture देखती है, jury decide करती है. Jury takes the call, यार. मैंने definitely. Like I was expecting very good for jail because I made a social element cinema. It was, but कुछ नहीं मिला उसमें.
Madhur, how does a filmmaker handle? Because there are a lot of aspiring filmmakers here, I'm sure. How does a filmmaker who has reached such heights take it when he has 2 or 3 films that don't do well in a row? Because it's calendars.
Yeah. But yeah, see, Heroine did a very good business. They did 43 business. I mean to say, the budget के हिसाब से did very well. I would say it was a moderately successful film.
Heroine.
Yeah, completely. It was when वो time में 2012 में it earned weekend 23 crores. It was a big thing for Kareena Kapoor and Madhur Bhandarkar as a filmmaker. I think it's very strong according to that. So it did moderately well. People definitely would compare. Had heroine come before and fashion come later, they would say fashion is a bad film, heroine is a better film.
Okay.
So it is like that because glamour world है. That's the reason. That's the only thing. See, I feel कि I never take my success seriously, neither my failure seriously. So I am basically that's why I said like Three Shakti didn't do well. So maybe it kept me a lot of things. I see one movie and the filmmaker goes mad, ballistic and all in the film industry. But maybe Three Shakti have kept me grounded. And in film industry, you have to need a reality check all the time. It is very necessary.
Okay.
I don't belong to any coterie, I don't belong to any camps. I am absolutely in my own zone and own area and my own cinema. So I am happy in my own zone. And this is a journey. When I look at myself back, I feel very happy about it, to what I have achieved over here. How many people achieve over here?
Oh, sure.
Film industry is 99% failure. 1% भी बोलूँगा ज़्यादा हो गया मैंने उसका आधा % पकड़ लो. जो सक्सेसफुल है, चाहे वो एक्टर हो, फिल्म मेकर हो, टेक्नीशियंस हो, डायरेक्टर्स हो, एनीबडी, हम वो आधा या 1% को देखते, वाह यार ये एक जमाने में वो था, अभी स्टार बन गया, ये जमाने में ये था, अभी ये बन गया, लेकिन हम भूल जाते हैं वो 99% लोग जो कभी बने नहीं या कभी आए and very they disappear. We never know their story. So and we always try to shun away or we keep us अरे नहीं छोड़ दो ना, ये successful है, because successful story is basically अच्छा लगता है लोगों को.
So you want, what you'd like to say is when success visits you, don't let that go to your head, stay grounded.
Yeah.
So that also when you see failure, that's also not going to completely fail you.
Nothing is permanent. Even जैसे हम कहते हैं मौत भी permanent नहीं है.
हाँ.
So it's like that. So there is nothing is permanent. Film industry to definitely, because see, film industry is the only business when you're talking about a glamour world where you being humiliated in public. Okay. आप कोई कॉर्पोरेट वर्ल्ड में काम करो, आप कोई दूसरे बिजनेस में काम करो, आपने बिजनेस चेंज किया, आपका पड़ोसी पूछेगा भी नहीं आपको. आपका पड़ोसी क्या करता है, बहुत लोगों को पता नहीं बिल्डिंग में क्या करता है, वो सवेरे जाता है स्टॉक मार्केट आता है, क्या करता है, या कोई कॉर्पोरेट सेक्टर में काम करता है, या उसने 4 जॉब बदली, कभी आपको नहीं पता. लेकिन अगर आपकी फिल्म नहीं चली या चली, तो दोनों में आपको, अरे सर आपका गाना देखा बड़ा अच्छा लगा, या आपकी पिक्चर नहीं चली, गाना मजा नहीं आया. इवन द लिफ्टमैन विल ओपिनियन, इवन द लिफ्टमैन विल ओपिनियन, गाना देखा आपका मजा नहीं आया मेरे को सर, वो वैसे नहीं था. सो ही इज ओपिनियन. लेकिन वो लिफ्टमैन वोंट टेल अबाउट कि सर आप टाटा में अच्छा थे, सर रिलायंस में मजा नहीं आ रहा. ही वोंट से लगता ऐसा नहीं बोलेगा. तो he has an opinion because it is in a public display. कि people टेलीविजन में देखते हैं, people आपको देखती है रोड पे, आपको फंक्शन में देखते हैं, अवार्ड फंक्शन में देखते हैं, तो एक आपकी इमेज बन जाती है. एंड देन you are humiliated in public. आपने आज एक टेक्सटाइल का बिजनेस शुरू किया, फ्लॉप हो गया, तो आपको कोई नहीं पूछेगा कि आपका बिजनेस कैसा गया, आपने कोई शिफ्ट कर दिया स्टील के बिजनेस में चले गया, तो nobody will ask you. Film industry is the only thing where you get humiliation in public, at the same time love and affection also in public.
That I mean.
Yeah, completely. It's a double-edged sword.
Yeah.
It's a double-edged sword.
Yeah. So that you were able to get up and keep going, despite say a calendar.
No, you have to keep going. I feel.
But what is it that keeps you going? Because I'm sure a lot of people would like to know.
No, because you have to see industry is like that now. Your one film doesn't work, people will immediately write your professional opportunity. खत्म हो गया ये. People have already done me. मेरा सील कर दिया फेट के, खत्म हो गया ये त्रिशक्ति के बाद. So you have to get up and again work. ये होना चाहिए. अगर आप सोचेंगे नहीं यार अभी हो गया, the minute any of the writer, filmmaker, actor, anybody thinks कि अरे ये खत्म हो गया या अभी कुछ नहीं कर पाएगा, nobody, and आपने वो symptoms दिखा दिया या आपने वो दिखा दिया कि हाँ यार अभी मेरे नहीं हो पाएगा, तो people जो who are going to invest 1 rupee को invest नहीं करेगा आप पे. Because you have to show that courage, you have to be full of energy, you have to keep positivity. Otherwise, it's very difficult film industry. Because film industry में पैसे लगते हैं. किसी को आपने कोई पार्टी में बुला नहीं किया कि बुला ले यार क्या फर्क पड़ता है, 15 लोग आए तो 16 ही रहेगा.
Exactly.
It's not like that. Film industry is money, and there's no like I remember when I wanted to make त्रिशक्ति से पहले तो मैंने ऐसा सब्जेक्ट्स में लेके जाता था, लोगों के पास बोले ये मैसेज ओरिएंटेड फिल्म हमको मत सुनाना. हाँ, ये सब मैसेज ओरिएंटेड फिल्म मत सुनाना. मैं एसएमएस था तो मैंने बोला सब सुनो, अच्छा है मैसेज है. बोला भैया मेरे को अगर मैसेज देना मेरे को दे दो, क्या है मैं उसको मैं एसएमएस कर दूंगा. मैं फिल्म नहीं बनाऊंगा, मैं 4 करोड़ की फिल्म नहीं बनाऊंगा. तो दिस इज द वे दे रिएक्ट कि तो इंडस्ट्री वेरी रूथलेस.
And yet today they have you're associated with the message film.
Yeah, complete.
Issue-based films.
The problem is what, Bharti ji, the minute you are success, you will, आप कुछ भी बनाओ, अरे तो सुपर हिट है.
So basically it's a question of having faith, belief, confidence in what you want to do.
You have to believe it completely. See, I had no option, Bharti ji. मेरे पास option I always used to tell कि if my father had a pawn shop also, I would have not come in the film industry. I would sit over there or something I would do. But I had no option. I had only had to survive in this film industry only. Whatever in capacity I would have done. So film industry is very ruthless. It's very cutthroat. Picture नहीं चलेगी, मनुष्य हो जाता है इंसान suddenly. And it jinxed it.
Yes.
So those kind of things are.
वही मैं पूछ रही हूँ. You don't look.
No, I don't, because you know,
because I saw you immediately after Calendar Girls.
Yeah.
You were still the same.
Yeah.
I didn't find any difference.
नहीं, but that is okay. One has to. But tell me, who has not pictures किसकी नहीं चली? Big filmmakers, if you see back also, कितने से फिल्म मेकर्स की पिक्चर नहीं चली है एंड ही इज देयर, वो सर्वाइव करता है.
Do you handle it by going back to the drawing board, as it were, and looking to see where did you go wrong? Do you ever do that exercise?
See, the thing is what I tell you, every filmmaker makes is with passion and with same integrity. He is not here to अरे एक फिल्म बना लेते चलो यार खर्चा पानी के लिए. It's not like that. Especially when you have a reputation of so many films about it. So you won't कि चलो यार ट्रिविया ऐसे ही बना देते फिल्म टाइम पास के लिए, वैसे नहीं करोगे ना. So I made and I have no regret. If character does not work, but still I have no regret. I made with my integrity, my honesty, and I take the blame. Absolutely, there's nothing like that. नहीं वो ऐसा हुआ था, वो ऐसा, nothing like that. My integrity was Stree Shakti also till calendar is the same completely because सब मेरे बच्चे हैं. I don't want to dissociate with it. I would not like to say. Because then other films also which have done well, I still want to say ना कि मेरा बच्चा है ना.
But आप analysis करते हैं कि
Analysis करते हैं, definitely. I do analysis.
Is it just an exercise you go through?
See, the thing is what, the problem is what, कि in this industry, it's very difficult. There's no doctrine, no format, there's no masala to make a hit cinema. Manmohan Desai, throughout his journey, he survived on his Lost and Found cinema and he was successful. At one particular time, post Gandharva something has not worked out because of that problem, he stopped directing film. Do you undermine Manmohan Desai kind of a film? Tell me one. Alfred Hitchcock, in his life, he made suspense thriller. You have never seen Alfred Hitchcock making a Jaws or something different. Arey yaar. Hitchcock had a thriller movement starting with, and Hitchcock is a master of storytelling or in the suspense cinema. Do you undermine his talent about it? There are so many filmmakers in our industry who make a particular brand of cinema.
So you would like to be associated only with that kind of issue-based cinema?
I'm happy.
You're happy with that?
Yeah, I'm happy with it. Absolutely.
Okay.
The old saying goes that better to be king of hell than being a slave in a heaven. So I'm absolutely happy with the kind of cinema I'm making, and it's okay with me when I'm associated with this kind of cinema. It's okay with. Bharti, how many people take 4 decades to make one brand and one movie to that name? I am happy I got it in the first film, and I've been 12 films old. I'm happy with the kind of brand. Hit flop everybody gives. Everybody. Sometimes a cricketer also gives 6-0 में out हो गया नहीं तो century बनाता है. It's part of it. Every movie ऐसा चले super hit ऐसा भी नहीं होना चाहिए ना. So it's part of it. It's okay because and analyze करना मैं analyze क्या करूँगा? I would say yeah, do you did, but there is the problem is what happened. कि when a movie becomes successful, nobody knows what has worked with it. It's very difficult कि what works with that film. ऐसा क्या था वो पिक्चर चला बोल के very difficult.
Yeah, because you can try and repeat it and it won't.
Completely. So many filmmakers की बात करो. So you never know what works at the box office because audience has a different perspective. And I'm not talking now. I'm talking this is from ages to come. So many filmmakers who have made film that suddenly film have not worked at the box office with same conviction, with same zeal and same integrity they made the film has not worked at the box office.
Would you, when you're, one of the things is apart from heroines and apart from the script, music is a very important part of cinema. Would you say that fashion was one film where your music really worked big time? Because I think even now that fashion theme song everybody listens to.
Yeah,
how did you come?
I think every song, like I think, Salim Suleiman was the main person like I wanted to work with. He was a super background to that. Listen to his songs music earlier, and we just connected. Both the film I made heroine and fashion. Both the films. I think very talented person. And Jalwa to this came to me because I keep repeating Jalwa. And I told him I said Jalwa pe gana bana. Then he got that Jalwa.
So Jalwa was your idea.
The word I gave. Word I gave.
Okay.
And he coined that song, and it went to become a big hit. And that's okay. I like Halkat Jawani also as good as Jalwa. So ऐसा कुछ नहीं है. My movie earlier also, Corporate also had O Sikandar, what a lovely song, and कितने अच्छे रिश्ते in page thing. So I like those kind of songs. Songs have always been. I myself a very musical person. I love to listen to Panchamda, Rahman, So basically, great fan of their work.
Today is Wednesday. Yesterday, did you go to Siddhivinayak?
Yeah. I went to
Because I think everybody knows that if it's Tuesday, it's Siddhivinayak temple for you, isn't it?
Yeah.
So
You met me so many times when I was traveling on the road. you've seen me.
And is this?
So many years you've seen me.
I believe you've been doing this more than 20 years.
Yeah,
now.
I've been doing this.
Did that help you? Did that faith and belief help you in facing whatever you have faced?
Yeah, it did help me. It did help me. I believe in, I think there is superpower and there is something belief in you. And Siddhinayak has been definitely one thing. I go and fight with him also.
Okay.
So that kind of relation is there. So I go there.
मतलब आप खफा भी हो जाते हैं।
खफा भी होते हैं, मगर पीछे अपनों से खफा नहीं किससे हो गया। So I go there, तो मेरे को अच्छा लगता है। एक सवेरे का इतने सालों से कंटिन्यूटी है कि आप मंदिर जाके चल के जाते हो, सवेरे अच्छा लगता है। It's a nice thing, and I believe in it something. You know, God has definitely. I'm always saying God blessed child. I'm really God blessed child. अगर मेरे जैसा व्यक्ति
Well, I do know one thing, that Javed Akhtar has called you an Arthur Haley of Hindi cinema. And Amitabh Bachchan has once called you the Rishikesh, today's modern day Rishikesh Mukherjee. I'm sure that must be feeling great, isn't it?
Great. I really feel it's a great compliment from two legends and जिनकी पिक्चर देख के मैं बड़ा हुआ। लाइव में गेटी में हम लोग जाते थे, obviously तो आप पिक्चर देखते थे तो जावेद recently he said this thing when रेडियो मिर्ची का जूरी अवार्ड में he said कि मधुर जब तक एक सब्जेक्ट के पीछे पकड़ता है उसको निचोड़ता है बनाता है। I think ये बहुत अच्छी बात है। जावेद अख्तर के कॉम्प्लीमेंट मिलना वहाँ से अपने आप में बहुत बड़ी बात है।
Politically, you are poles apart, isn't it? Javed Akhtar and you.
No, nothing like that. I'm good with all political parties. I'm across party lines.
Okay, one did get the feeling, and one has heard, read, etc., that the Padma Shri was a gift for political loyalty.
No, I'll tell you one thing. See, people who has seen.
And you're politically inclined.
No, not see nothing. Never say never. They say. Okay. And another thing is political incline. See, I have my good friends in NCP also. I have good friends in Shiv Sena also, in Congress also. All the Congress people have called me recently when I got Padma Shri. NCP people called me. So, across party line, my films have been liked by everybody. I cannot say कि नहीं इस party को पसंद है, इस party को पसंद नहीं है. तो people like Sitan Raichuri, I know him very well. So there is a good relationship, I would say. So it's nothing to do with, obviously I believe, I still believe in Narendra Modi ji. I feel he's the one person who definitely changed the dynamics of the country. And
Because you don't sit on the fence. Earlier people used to sit on the fence, especially film people. But when there was a memorandum and there was a movement against Mr. Narendra Modi, much before 2014.
Or 2014.
2014 before the elections. At that time you got up and you were one of the few who really led a movement saying why not him? And supported him openly.
Of course, why not him? We should give him a chance. And why just to, demonize him completely, I stood by him. I believe in something, Bharti. I stand by people in film industry also. Anybody, any problem is there, something is there, people call me for various things. And I always stand by people. If I believe that,
So are you planning to go into politics?
It's nothing like that for me. In my life, Bharti, I never thought I would reach here. When I look at my back myself, कि मुझे तो कोई सोसाइटी का अवार्ड भी नहीं मिलेगा. सोसाइटी में जिसको तो वहाँ कोई अवार्ड मिलेगा मुश्किल ऐसा लगता है. लेकिन I have reached this level. So I don't want to say right now कि नहीं मेरे को इंटरेस्ट नहीं है या मेरे को सोचना पड़ेगा देखूंगा नहीं ऐसा बिल्कुल नहीं बोल रहा हूँ. Because I'm a person who goes with the flow. Goes with the flow and let it go with the flow. Okay, let you never know. But right now, 3-4 years I want to make movies only. Because मेरा film like so many stories, so many subject issues which I have to एक event होता ना एक film में करता catharsis होता वो film में निकालता वो.
But issues are fine and different issues, tackling them, doing research is fine. Do you think somewhere the formula you've been using has been overused?
Formula, again I said the same thing. I mean to say, it is about the success. Now I'll give you an example. Had we Calendar Girl would be a hit film, like a page. Okay? So people would say, अरे क्या ऐसे फिल्म बनाया गट से यार 5 न्यू कमर को लेके ऐसे फिल्म बनाया यार कमाल है तो ये गट्स होना चाहिए भाई इसको कैसी फिल्म बनाया. Since the film has not worked, so people cast reservation about it. कि अरे is getting the same repeated formula about glamour industry. It's completely different. So एक ये होता है. It's about the success also. Same filmmakers so many times make same formula and they survive. And when hit or come on, conviction is that. एक ही आदमी कन्विक्शन है इसका, तो ही चलता है, तो नहीं चलेगा. And he has an audience. ये जिसकी पिक्चर देखी है, prepared to see that film. So it is like that. It's subjective. It's very subjective.
Okay. So, but you do think you'll be doing a
I
different
maybe
kind of...
I maybe made glamour film a lot. I would say in terms of heroine, fashion, pastry or calendar girl. Maybe
Yeah.
Zada. Because I like to have that point of view. The glamour world point
So
of
now
view.
you will be moving away from it? I told that you're going to be making a political film, which will be your second political film after that.
Yeah, possibly, yeah. I want to make. I
Yeah.
want to make something like that. Yeah.
Okay. So is that what is on the anvil?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
Madhur Bhandarkar's next film will be a political film? Can I say
I
that?
don't want to say right now. Let the script get ready, but I know it's in here somewhere. Yeah.
But that is the next one, isn't it?
Too early to say.
Okay. 4 national awards, Padma Shri, Brand Bhandarkar. What else does Madhur Bhandarkar want now?
I'm happy with. I really, like I said, I'm God's best child. I think 12 films have been in a span of 12 years has been great, but I still feel it's just an interval for me.
Okay.
So my second half has to be there.
Okay.
And trust me, Bharti, my second half is always better.
Okay. One last thing before we throw it open for questions. I don't know how many of you here know that Madhur Bhandarkar, he's not just slim trim and a great filmmaker, he is also a fantastic mimic. So shall we ask him to
No, nobody is interested in me.
Yes, we are, especially 2 people, Akshay Kumar and Shatrughan Sinha. Madhur Bhandarkar do an Akshay Kumar and a Shatrughan Sinha.
बहुत भी किया नहीं मैंने.
कोई बात नहीं, हम वेट करेंगे, रिहर्स कर लीजिए.
No, नहीं शक्ति, no.
नहीं अक्षय करके अच्छा करते हैं.
I don't know dialogue. उसको dialogue याद नहीं आ
मैं
रहा.
तो और dialogue.
कैसी हो भारती जी तो? बड़ी देर के बाद हमारी मुलाकात हुई. And Shatru ji, I remember the dialogue in मेरे अपने. Sheru. So he goes to Meena Kumari ji and he said, "Maje, शाम आया तो क्या तरह का शैडो आया था. अगर आपके बाद मेरे कैसे लड़के को हाथ लगा तो याद होगा पूरे मोहल्ले का मोहल्ला जला दो."
Very good. So now everybody knows one more dimension. to
या कुछ नहीं तो ये कर सकता स्टैंड अप कॉमेडी तो नहीं है.
That's right. Yeah. I think we're ready for questions. Any questions?
Hello, sir. Hi. My name is Kapil, and just want to say thank you for making such great films so far.
चल जोर से बोलो.
Can you hear me, sir?
Yeah.
Okay, so first of all, my name is Kapil, and I come from Toronto. My question, I don't want to say my question. First of all, I want to say thank you for making such great films. I've been a big fan of yours, especially watching fashion. When I watched this movie, I have realized that there's somebody in Bollywood that's making something different, and respect to that. And also, congratulations for winning the Padma Shri Award.
Thank you.
I believe that, I mean, she covered most of the questions, so there's nothing I could ask. My only thing is that how do you take all the negativity that comes towards you, especially like being where you are today and where you were before when you started your career, how that has changed you from that point on till this point. I mean, how do you change? How do you achieve things the way you do? I mean, she pretty much covered everything, so there's nothing we can ask.
Compliment to me.
Okay. What did you say? How did I change negativity?
Yeah, your negativity, how do you go from like...
Yeah, because you know what I tell you, I'm a very positive person, and basically negative होता है, लोग बोलते बात करते हैं, and I've definitely gone through this. So it's part of it. When you're in the film industry, you have to take all these things. You have to be mentally prepared for it. And as a person, I'm a very strong person. Like I've got a fighter spirit. Like it's very difficult for me to say this. So always with me, I take it. ठीक है, अगर बोलना है ठीक है, because when you're in a public domain and you're a public figure, you cannot avoid criticism. I mean, say in terms of today Twitter or Facebook also, people can say anything. Like today in the morning I was discussing Bharti ji, okay, anybody can say anything. So you have to stand and face it. It's very necessary. Otherwise, you will get demoralized. You will get, अरे नहीं यार इसने मेरे बारे में ऐसा बोला, इसने मेरे बारे में. Then you cannot do anything. It will affect your creativity. Where you are in the business of creativity, where you are coming with subjects, ideas, thoughts. You're creating something. So if you constantly keep your mind over there कि यार ये मेरे को criticize करेगा या लोग मेरे बारे में ऐसा सोच रहे हैं या मेरे बारे में बोल रहे हैं, तो आप यहाँ पे काम नहीं कर पाओगे. Very difficult. So you have to just go के बोलते रहे. मैं अपना काम करता हूँ.
It takes a lot of guts to like.
You have to have guts, bro. Thank
you. Very good training ground, because you get trolled.
Completely.
You have to know how to handle it.
Yeah, completely. Yeah, big time.
Hi sir. Hello. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Hi sir, my name is Harsh. The thing that I want to ask is, you have made so many controversial films. Like controversial in the sense of, you know that you're showing the negativity of the society somewhere. So at the edit, do you sometimes feel kahin, not for your protagonist, but any character or any dialogue, you feel like, shayad, somebody might react really bad on it. Like, let me trim it down. Yeah, maybe in the dialogue or anything. Have you changed something like that?
Yeah. I agree completely. It's lots of things happen, but I try to make it push the envelope as strong as possible. But there are things like certain things. Yeah, censor के हिसाब से then you have to think कि censor ये pass नहीं करेगा या वो नहीं. We have to make it very moderate, very कि कोई hurt ना हो जाए. Correct. That is also there. People do get hurt about it. I mean to say, pastry world people got upset, corporate world people got upset, film industry. I made a very strong bold film heroine. A lot of film industry people got upset. He got that so much. इसने real दिखा दिया picture के अंदर lines या dialogues. There were a lot of people. इस पे dialogue भी लगता है. मुझे लगता है करीना कपूर को बोलती है. किसी ने ठीक ही कहा है कि इंसान होते हैं एक्टर होते हैं. तो ये dialogue पे भी काफी लोगों ने रिएक्ट किया. ये dialogue डाल दिया picture में. So that's part of it. But कोशिश तो ये होती है कि वो parameters में रह के उसको film बनाई जाए.
But that is the reaction of the people. But do you, when you watch at the edit, do you feel like maybe you, whatever you thought while writing it, that you have crossed the fence a little bit, or you probably didn't mean it to be so strong or something like that?
नहीं. I never thought like that. I always feel कि मैंने filter किया, moderate किया. मेरे को लगता और डालना चाहिए था. Like trust me, Chandni Bar or a fashion, I have so much of material with me. Still, I would say, I can make part 2, part 3, part 4 of both the films because there's so much material we have to. Fashion, the first cut was 3 hours 15 minutes, which I had to cut it down and then got it to 233. Chandni Bar was 3 hours 5 minutes. Again, उसको cut करके 235 मिला. So a lot of material you edit also sometime. तो obviously ऐसा मेरे को लगता है कि ऐसी बहुत बार होता है कि यार ये और डायलॉग डालना चाहिए था. But then again you have to think ये सेंसर के बारे में लोग क्या बोलेंगे, कोई पेटिशन तो फाइल ना करे, कोई मोर्चा ना आ जाए घर के बाहर. लाइक अभी मेरे को ट्रैफिक सिग्नल के बाहर लोग मिलते बोलते आपके चक्कर में कोई स्ट्रॉबेरी नहीं खरीदता. lot of people say sir आपके चक्कर में कोई स्ट्रॉबेरी नहीं खरीदता. So that is the problem कि कोई पैसा देता नहीं. जब से आपने हमारी बैंड बजाई है पिक्चर की, तो ऐसा होता है कई बार.
नमस्कार सर, मैं शैलेश त्रिवेदी. आपने सर 12 फिल्में बनाई हैं. कुछ फिल्में सक्सेस रही, कुछ नए भी सक्सेस रही. मेरा क्वेश्चन सर आपसे ये है कि आपको सबसे अच्छी फिल्म कौन सी लगी आप ही की?
मेरी सबसे फेवरेट फिल्म है मेरी कॉर्पोरेट, क्योंकि मुझे लगा कि वो सब्जेक्ट इतना ये था, एक अलग विषय का था. क्योंकि मैं जैसे मैंने कहा मैं 6वीं फेल, मुझे कॉलेज क्या मालूम नहीं था, MBA क्या मालूम नहीं था. उसके बाद मैंने उस फिल्म बनाई, इसलिए करोड़ में कितने जीरो थे नहीं मालूम. वो फिल्म बनाना मेरे को एक आई वोंट नेम बट अ बिग बिजनेसमैन ऑफ इंडिया बहुत पहले से वो पिक्चर देख के फोन किया. उसने मेरे को पिक्चर देख के फोन किया, बोला मधुर इतनी एक्यूरेट, इतनी प्रिसाइज, इतने अच्छे जार्गन्स तुमने कहाँ से लाए पिक्चर में. मैंने कॉर्पोरेट वर्ल्ड में, ही सेड, उसे कॉम्प्लीमेंट दिया. बोला मुझे ऐसा लगा कि तुमने कैमरा मेरे ऑफिस में रख के शूट किया है, इतना एक्यूरेट. आई थिंक दैट वाज द बिगेस्ट कॉम्प्लीमेंट फॉर मी. Then later that movie went to IIM Ahmedabad में केस स्टडी गई कॉर्पोरेट एज अ फिल्म. आई थिंक दैट वाज बहुत डिफिकल्ट था. चांदनी बार, पेज 3 तो पार्टी हम जाके सब अपने गॉसिप मिलता है. कॉर्पोरेट एक ऐसी फिल्म है, बहुत लोगों ने बोर्डरूम में आने नहीं दिया पेस्ट्री के बाद, बोला नहीं यार मधुर है तो नहीं। मैं को एक बात बताता हूँ, कॉर्पोरेट के बाद एक इंसिडेंस हुआ था कि मैं ओबराय से नीचे आ रहा था, ओबराय टॉवर्स ट्राइडेंट से, तो 3 लोग भारती जी वर टॉकिंग, जब बिजनेसमैन टाई वाई लगा के बैठे बातचीत कर रहे थे लिफ्ट में, तो लिफ्ट खुली और मेरी एंट्री हुई, तो दे वर टॉकिंग अबाउट बिजनेस, तो दे सडनली स्टॉप, तो उसमें 2 जन ने मेरे को पहचाना, एक ने नहीं पहचाना जो बोल रहा था, तो उसने तो मेरे को देखा, तो उससे बोला व्हाट हैपेंड, बोला लेटर, तो फिर मैं आई वाज फीलिंग एम्बैरेस्ड, ऐसे ना बात करो, बोलता नहीं सर आपसे बात करें फिल्म में डाल दोगे, तो ऐसी इमेज हो रही है।
Hello sir. Hello sir. Hi, myself Siddharth Vamik. And I make my own short films. I need a suggestion rather than a question. I wanted to make a film on a transgender character, LGBT. As you make such kind of struggling stories, like specific character from a specific sect in a society and struggling with his own dreams. For that kind of thing, how much research or I just wanted a suggestion, like how much research do I have also created my own plot, but then I need suggestions.
You have to research any film, and to see it's depend upon your subject, how vast it is. How, whether you want to make a short film or a feature film or a telefilm or a serial, depends on that. And कितना आपको ट्रांसजेंडर के बारे में बताना चाहिए उस पर, लेकिन आप ह्यूमन स्टोरी भी रखोगे तो बेटर होगा, वो जरूरी है। तो it's everything depends on your subject matter. I cannot say right now because I have not read your script, so I don't know exactly what it is. But the concept definitely is a very interesting, very unique concept. But then depends on your research कि how much you want to explore it. Because एक 2.5 घंटे के बीच आजकल तो पेशेंस लेवल कम हो गया है लोगों का थिएटर में, 2-10 से ज़्यादा पिक्चर लंबी होनी भी नहीं चाहिए। So उसके ऊपर डिपेंड होता है कि कितना आपको एक्सप्लोर करना है उस सिचुएशन को।
बोलिए।
Sir, I want to ask you one question. After making lots of realistic movies, I want to ask that what made you to think to make a rom-com like Dil To Bachcha Hai Ji?
Because I've been a great admirer of Woody Allen's work, very big admirer, and I feel I wanted to break away from the realism. But if you see again, the realism was there. It's sort of not rom-com exactly. It would say slice of life picture, and it's okay for me. It was a nice experience working with Ajay Devgan, Imran Hashmi, everybody, and relatively the film did well at the box office also. It was a budgeted film. So एक एक्सपीरियंस बीच में किया, दिल तो बच्चा है जी बना दिया. I just wanted to, and आगे भी जाके करूँगा, ऐसा नहीं कि नहीं करूँगा, because I think it's a nice genre, slice of life, Woody Allen kind of a cinema. It's a nice genre.
We have filmmakers also in the auditorium. Saurabh?
Hello Madhurji, I am Saurabh Verma. I just want to know, you just said that एक Friday changes your life. So I guess that Friday उसके पीछे बहुत साल लगते हैं, but how does the success affect you? I mean, वो क्या 1 सेकंड में आती है, आधे घंटे में आती है? How does it happen?
नहीं, वो 2.5 घंटे 2.5 घंटे में आती है। वो क्या होता है? I remember चांदनी बाग का जब पिक्चर रिलीज से पहले एक शो रखा था हमने, मूवी टावर यहाँ पे गोरेगांव में एक था, तो मीडिया बहुत खड़ा था, lot of people were there, and lot of people came, जर्नलिस्ट लोग थे, जब पिक्चर देख रहे थे, and I was telling everybody मैं डायरेक्टर इसका, मैंने बनी, तो पिक्चर चालू नहीं हुई थी, तो मैं सबको बोला था, मैं तो देव हाँ ठीक है, तो सब लड़े नहीं यार, इसने तो उतनी शक्ति बनाई थी, वही डायरेक्टर है, इसको छोड़ दो। तो वो पिक्चर का शो हुआ, खत्म, वो कुछ 1 बजे चालू हुई थी, 3:30 बजे खत्म हो गई थी, एंड ट्रस्ट मी, जब वो पिक्चर देख के बाहर आए, लोगों ने मैंने पकड़ के मेरा जो पकड़ा इंटरव्यू मधुर इंटरव्यू, सडनली दैट one film, that 2.5 घंटा completely changed. Nobody used to know me that time. I was just standing and I was telling everybody, I meet this film. हाँ, okay.
I also met him.
Yeah, I remember. Getty. So that 1-2.5 घंटे में पूरा गेम चेंज हो गया completely, and I was literally, मुझे जहाँ पे कोई मेरा पार्टी में नहीं बुलाता था, कोई सेक्रेटरी, छोटे मोटे सेक्रेटरी को पकड़ के पार्टी में घुसना, मैं खड़ा रहता था तो फोटोग्राफर होते थे, तो बोलते थे ए चलो बाजू में हटो, चलो हटो, आजा, हाँ सर, मैंने हम टॉकिंग अबाउट। फिर कई बार ऐसे होता था कि दो एक्टर खड़े बातचीत कर रहे हैं, तो जैसे मैं उनको अप्रोच कर रहा तो उन लोग एनिमेटली बात करते थे, हाँ 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 करे, हाँ कैसे बोलो, ठीक है हाँ, मुझे बेइज्जती में मैंने डाला गया चीजों में, तो वो सब तो इमीडिएटली तो पोस्ट वन मूवी सबके मेरे को माने फोन्स और लेटर्स और इनवाइट एवरीबडी लाइक यू नो, और मैं जिनके बारे में पढ़ता था, जिनका आर्टिकल पढ़ता था, या जो बिजनेसमैन है, ब्यूरोक्रेट्स है, पॉलिटिशियंस है, फैशन डिजाइनर है, I used to mingle with them. My God, अरे suddenly, but that exactly वो time is the testing time of yours, कि जहाँ आपको समझना चाहिए कि ये जो चकाचौंध लाइफ ये हमेशा नहीं रहेगी। आपके सक्सेस पे आपके दोस्त और दुश्मन नेविगेट होते हैं इस इंडस्ट्री में, उसके हिसाब से ही आपके suddenly, so that's this whole film industry thing is depend on your success. According to that, your relation, equation, bonding, friendship, brother, bro changes.
But I can stand testimony to this. That from Chandni Bar to Calendar Girls, you have changed.
No.
You're the same person.
No, yeah. People who know me for so many years, they say, Madhur, you're the same person.
Yeah.
I don't want to
I
change.
haven't seen you go ecstatic with the success
No,
and nor gone down the dumps.
Hello, respected sir. I'm Ashish Saran Singh. I'm a writer. Sir, मेरा question है. I'm a big fan of your direction, or I have seen all of your movies. Sir, my question is, I have studied your psychology actually, जो मैंने जिस तरीके से मैंने कोशिश की सर, तो उसमें सर actually what I just want to ask कि सर आप प्यासा और उसके जैसी मूवी पसंद करते हैं, लाइक गाइड है इस जैसे, एंड टुडेज व्यूअर्स जो इंडिया के व्यूअर्स हैं उसमें जिस तरीके की फिल्म पसंद करते हैं सर, आपको बताने की जरूरत नहीं है, और एट द सेम टाइम आप एक पद्मश्री हैं, तो सर आपको अपना रेपुटेशन मेंटेन करना है सेम टाइम। आपको सर आपको कैसे लगता है कि कैसे इन सब में कोऑर्डिनेशन मैनेज करना है, मेंटेन करना है, आपको कैसे अपना कोऑर्डिनेशन सारी चीजों से, मतलब कि आपकी साइकोलॉजी को मेंटेन करना है, पद्मश्री को मेंटेन करना है, इंडिया के जो व्यूअर्स हैं उनको मेंटेन करना है, कि सारी चीजों को ध्यान में देख के एक पर्टिकुलर फिल्म आपको कैसे मेंटेन करेंगे इन सब सारी चीजों को?
देखिए, इसमें दो चीज है। एक चीज तो जिस तरह की मैंने फिल्में बनाई, जैसे भारती जी ने पूछा कि आप खुश हो इस तरह के आपके स्टाइल से, सिनेमा से, मैं खुश हूँ स्टाइल से। मेरा पहला जवाब ये है कि इस तरह का स्टाइल आगे 4-5 साल में भी आपको नजर आएगा कम्प्लीटली, क्योंकि फिल्म मेकर को जो एक स्थान होता है या उसको पदवी मिलती है या उसको एक स्टाइल मिलता है, बड़े कम, जैसे मेरा पहली पिक्चर से मिल गया था, तो उस स्टाइल को आदमी को छोड़ना नहीं है। दूसरी बात ये है कि जब आप फिल्म बनाते हो तो अपने कन्विक्शन के हिसाब से बनाते हो। ये नहीं सोचूंगा कि यार मुझे ये अवार्ड मिला, यार ये क्या सोचेगा या वो क्या सोचेगा, ऐसी फिल्में नहीं बनती है। ऐसी फिल्म में अगर मैं बनाऊंगा तो त्रिशक्ति बनती है फिल्म। तो इसीलिए फिल्म वही होनी चाहिए जो आपको पसंद है, जो आपको लगता है मैं इसको अच्छी तरह, वो चलेगी ना चलेगी बात की बात है कंप्लीटली। लाइक इफ यू आस्क मी फ्रॉम त्रिशक्ति टू कैलेंडर गर्ल, Trishakti was more film what people wanted, so that's why I made. Calendar Girl is what I wanted. It may have not done well, but still I believe in that subject and believe in that concept. So I am very loyal to that thing. तो फिल्में आपको वही बनानी चाहिए जो आपको समझ में आ रही है, और मुझे लगता है कि ये फॉर्मूला बहुत गलत है जो लोगों को बोलते हैं ना कि यार ऐसी फिल्में चलती है। माने ये वही कंट्री जिसमें दिल भी चलती है, घायल भी चलती है, दो अलग अलग फिल्में। शोले भी चलती है, जैसंतोषी माँ भी चलती है, ठीक है ना। एक ही दिन में फैशन भी चलती है, गोलमाल भी चलती है। तो कैसे आप इसमें डिफरेंशिएट करोगे? ये लोग ऐसा फिल्म पसंद नहीं करेंगे, वैसे फिल्म। फैशन की रिलीज से पहले लोगों ने मुझे कहा है बड़ी डिप्रेसिंग फिल्म है, तो बड़ी दिवाली का दिन है, कोई आने वाला नहीं पिक्चर देखने के लिए, इस तरह की बात। तो हाउ यू कैन इक्वेट, इट्स वेरी डिफिकल्ट कि क्या चलेगा बोल के, यू नेवर नो। एक दिन में दो पिक्चर चलती है ना, गदर लगा के चली ना इस देश में, दो कॉन्ट्रास्ट फिल्म है, तो यू नेवर नो व्हाट वर्क्स एट द बॉक्स ऑफिस।
I think we really bring an end to this masterclass. We're thankful to Madhur ji. We request to all of you is that please spread this word. Please be in touch with the association. You will So anyway, we'll have next time. We'll meet him up. We'll talk. Spread this word amongst your friends. Let us make this masterclass a great success. Thank you once again for coming to the show.
Thank you, Madhur. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you.